next speaker, Saltanat Khasenova. She is from Akhtube, my hometown. She's from Akbabek International School, and Saltanat has wonderful results. She has one of the best results in Kazakhstan that I have seen, because last year I visited all the schools, all the teachers, all the lessons, on par with Tamara. And what is unique about Saltanat's situation is that she's teaching not only phonics, but she's teaching all three subjects. So their model is a bit different in the sense that the same teacher is teaching all three subjects. So she's like a second homeroom teacher almost. She's the English homeroom teacher. So she teaches 9 hours a week, math, science, and phonics together. All right. And so today, Saltanat will be sharing with us the benefits when you are teaching all three subjects together, what kind of benefits you get in terms of language acquisition. Okay, Saltanat, welcome. Thank you so much.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, my colleagues. I'm in my workplace because of you. Because, yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay for me. I'm just glad to share with my experience. And by the way, Sanjar, Mr. Sanjar, we are missing you. Come to our place one more time.
All right.
Because always when you came to our lesson, we try to show you the results of our students, and after your feedback gives us big motivation to do the best. Okay, so you can demonstrate. You can give me a demonstration.
Yes, you can share already. Yeah.
Okay. So is it seen?
Yes,
But
we can see it clearly. You can make it full screen.
Full screen? It's not a full screen.
No, not yet.
You mean like that? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot being in a how to say. So dear colleagues, I don't think that I'm the only teacher who are teaching English, math, and science. I hope that there are some other teachers who are teaching these three subjects by himself or herself. So my name is Khasenova. I'm a teacher specialist of SL Science and Math by Singapore Educational Program in primary classes, and I'm from Akhtube, and I work in Akhtube International School. So first, by the way, I would like to say that my presentation, I hope that you will gain a very positive impact from my presentation, because my presentation are just an experience. My experience, I'm sharing all my stuff. So the first I would like to say about motivation. How do I motivate my students? Here, the copybooks you can see, yep, it's for my first graders. That's where whenever they do the task, whenever I give them tasks, they do the task, or maybe for classroom management, yep, I use these stickers. I give them stickers for a good results. For example, I give them tasks, they did it, and they will get a sticker for one lesson. And here you can see that for a week we have 9 lessons, so they have to get 9 stickers. And at the end of the month, we will count the stickers, and here on the top you can see the students of the month, and I will stick on their shelf such kind of stickers, students of the month, and they're so glad about it, and they're so proud, because not everyone gets such kind of sticker, unfortunately. And the girl you are seeing on the picture is for my second graders, because for the second graders this is not how to say, it doesn't work well. And so I decided to make such kind of assessment chart for my second graders, and also the same rules. They have to do the task, do the homework, for example, and get a smile. And also they at the end of the month, they will get a student of the month sticker. who has a lot of amount of stickers. And you see, it drives the students to learn. It motivates students to learn and to be like a leader. And I sometimes, for my first graders, I sometimes warn them. I say, if they are so shouted, if they are so noisy, I say to them, I will take 1 smile from you if you are not sitting, if you don't sit quietly. And it works. They sit quietly. So I strongly recommend to use this. And here is just for pictures of my first graders and zero graders when we are making. M is for macaroni, T is for spaghetti. I have been working as a teacher of English for 15 years, and I have never used such kind of things in my lessons. And this is the beginning of my career as a teacher of Singapore educational program. And at the beginning, I said, why? Just why do we need to do such kind of thing? We need to do it. And after that, after 2 or 3 days, we had a lesson from phonics, and there was a word I like and I don't like. I use it phrases, and some of the students said, "I like tomato. I like macaroni. I don't like spaghetti." And I was wondering, and I said, "Yeah, it's work." So, dear colleagues, it works. So here is my zero graders, and just now I would like, firstly, I would like to show you one of my video, and my favorite one, zero grader students.
Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Okay. Well, so something. Thank you.
Okay, so this is my zero grade students after a month of teaching by Singapore educational program. And how can I get, and here is a one more students, but it's high time. That's why I would like to say in a short. So how I get this result? So, I always use an action songs before beginning of the lesson. Depends on the topics. I use action song. For example, that boy uses phrases from action song, hello song, which I use it. And here is some examples of it. For example, hello song, and there are some short phrases. What's your name? How about you? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. So we are drilling using these kind of short phrases all the time before beginning of the lesson, because they are singing it all the time. For example, goodbye song. And whenever when the lesson finishes, my students say, see you tomorrow, because they know this phrase from the song also. Animals on action. The same. Here all the songs, and there are some words and phrases that we face further in our future phonics or science lessons. And practice time writing letters on sand. And also this method is noticed in one of the guides, phonics guides. But teacher of Kazakh language teacher, I mean for the first graders, this is my first grade student, and she said me, let's try together. And she brought this kind of, I don't know how to call this table with the sand, and she brought it. And in English, I did this activity with my students. In Kazakh language, she did it with her students, and you can see the results. So we continue doing like that with other students too. So it means that we work with the Kazakh language teacher together. I mean, how do we say the teachers who are teaching them in the primary classes? I forgot how to say them. Okay.
Homeroom teachers?
Homeroom teachers. Okay, homeroom teachers from their Kazakh class. Homeroom teacher from Kazakh class. Yep. Am I right? Okay. So from Phonics also, I would like to share one of my methods. How can my students read very quickly? There is one more example of the students who is reading. It's a first grade student. It's just, I do like this kind of paper. Can you see the paper on she's reading? And there are some phrases from the Phonics stories. For example, when we pass ants are amazing, I will write there, ants are amazing. I am strong. This kind of short phrases. I am strong. When we pass math in math, I am mad, for example. So let's see the video together.
Louder, please, louder.
And here you can see that the students is reading more fluently and quickly. Maybe at the beginning, yeah, like, at the beginning they can't understand what are they reading, for example. But the word dinosaur we are learning from the flashcards, and that's why this she can understand that it's beginning from the D dino, and she will read it quickly, dinosaurs. But you know, you have to make it like a everyday routine. So students must read it whenever it's phonics time. So you must start your lesson with reading this kind of phrases. And you know, it's automatically, they will start reading very quickly.
Saltanat, can I pause here? There is some problem with audio. We cannot hear the video very well. So can I show this child reading just now on my computer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have?
there is some problem with audio. Yeah, let me try. Okay, well, tell me if it
Okay.
works. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, you can see.
Okay, so this is the girl that Saltanat was showing just now. She's reading some short phrases from the storybooks from Phonics. Okay.
No, we can't. I can hear the voice also.
There is no sound at all.
Yeah, no sound.
Oh, 1 second. Let me go back and share sound. Okay, it should work now.
Louder, please, louder.
I have a little doll. I have a little donkey. It is a big dinosaur. Don't be scared. He has a small red train. He has a small orange tractor. He is an orange octopus. Also lives in the ocean. I am smart.
Yeah, brilliant.
So it's a very good result for first graders.
Okay, thank you, Sanjar. So I have to do again, yep. So I would like to say that all the time it makes whenever it's phonics time, you can make it just a drill, how to say, routine, and you have to repeat it all the time, and this kind of results will be soon. So here is reading time by time. If I have sometimes my students like reading you know, our short story books, and here you can notice that we have an inclusive child who can speak very well, and who can't hear. And one day she I was so surprised when she was standing after 3 or 4 months of teaching in the first grade. He was standing before the board and started to read the I don't remember what were there, but he started to read something, and we was wondering. Even homeroom teacher came to my place, and she started to make a video, and we shared it with their parents, and they were so happy. And I also shared it with you, Sanjari. Do you remember? I think it's a big result, because in his own language he can speak very well. Even he can't read very well.
So he
But
has difficulty with
Yeah,
hearing.
he has difficulty in hearing and also in speaking also. So and most of the teachers said that I'm using L1, L2 or something like that. I don't use any L1. I use only English language, and all my lessons only in English language. And after a period of time, it becomes like even if they can't understand, how to say, no, if they can't respond to your question, they can understand and they do the things, and it helps them to create their own, how to say, confidence. They can understand me, and my speech is not so lower. I can speak very how to say, quickly, and I make it especially for children, because if they have a chance to speak with a native speaker, they can understand them. And I tried and I demonstrated it in one of my lessons. We have an international teacher, and next time I will show you the video how they interact with international teacher without any problem, not using L1. Okay, here is a making number balloons. Also, here is a video, but I don't want to show it because it takes time, maybe. Yep. It's from the math, but we teach students to speak, how to say, for example, here students must say there are 10 cubes and take 1. For example, 5 and 1 make 6. So every child must say this kind of phrases. 6 and 6 take, for example, from 6 take 1, 6 takes 1, it makes 5, or such kind of phrases.
So maybe I'll share again the video just now. I think that video
Okay.
is quite important. Yeah.
Okay. What's wrong with my computer?
There's a bit of an echo, I think, because we can hear your sound, so it gets muffled. So it's not you cannot hear very clearly what the kids are saying. Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
But I think it's fine, but just for clarity's sake, let me show this one. So basically, these are children after about 3 months or 2 to 3 months of learning math in English. So phonics plus math plus science. So let's have a look.
Okay. 4.
4 and 1 make 5.
Okay. 2.
3 and 1
No. 3 and
2
make.
make 5.
Okay. 3.
2 and 3 make 5.
Okay. Good job.
All right, awesome. So you can clearly see that, well, she's doing mathematics, and while she's doing math, she's also kind of practicing her English a little bit. She's responding in English, she's hearing instructions in English. And so it's a very great environment for learning language.
Yeah, it's one of the benefits of teaching 3 languages. The same rules, the same teacher, and the same pronunciation. So here is my science lesson. How do you care of your body? You know, there are when we pass the how do you care of your body, there are some phrases. I do sport to be healthy and strong. I wash my hands to be how do you care of your body? I wash my hands. I drink water. So these are my first grade students, and I did it just like a interviewing or filming. Can I show it or you can hear?
Yes, please, let's try.
Can you hear it clearly?
No, we can't hear it very well. There's some noise.
You will
Yeah.
try?
Let me see if I have this video. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't have this video.
Okay, I will say it like that. So for example,
Yeah.
in the first video, you can see that I asked this child, how do you care of your body? And he said, I drink water. And he just showed it with an action. So, and the second one, I asked this girl, how do you care of your body also? And she said, I wash my hands. And she started to wash her hands. And this boy, I found this boy from gymnastic room, and I asked him, how do you care of your body? I do sport. I forgot. Let me just a minute. I exercise to be healthy and strong. And he did. Let me show it, even without voice. Okay, and he did the action.
Wow.
And here's my science lesson, my balanced diet. We created a balanced diet chart, and the children choose the fruit, which gives them an, oh, sorry, our break time. It's automatically.
It's all right. So
You can dance.
basically, what is amazing here is that children in primary one learn to construct basic sentences, basic phrases with meaning. So they understand what they're saying and they can respond to teacher questions and prompts because it was part of their lessons before. So they were learning in science lessons about health, about taking care of their bodies, and they can actually come up with examples that carry meaning, basically. So, and they understand what they're saying.
Yes, my goal was like that every student must implement these kind of phrases in their real life, in their real communication. So this is a science lesson, my balanced diet. As I have said before, we have created a poster and there for breakfast, for lunch, what do students eat for dinner, and what kind of foods they choose, and they have to say, are they, how to say, give them energy or make them grow or something like that. But this video is most important. Do you have, Sanjar, this video?
Not sure. I don't think I have it. It's all right. Just play it. Okay. So So he's describing basically his diet, right? What he's eating
Yes,
for breakfast, lunch.
balance.
Yeah.
Yes, balanced diet and why he is eating such kind of food. And as you have, I don't know, have you noticed or not? When he said milk, he said not eat. He said drink milk. Because
great.
he started, I eat fruits, vegetables, or something like that. But when he started to speak about milk, he said, I drink milk for breakfast. So it's a great achievement, I think. So let's experiment. Of course, my students like science lessons so much because science lesson is just like experimenting and eating. They like it very much. And we went to the canteen, and you can see from the pictures that I led the lesson in the canteen. It was funny. Girls made a sandwich with the face of fish, boys with the face of cat. It was a great experiment. And after that, they started to speak about useful and not useful foods. They started to differentiate useful food from non-useful food. And they said that
So that is a scientific concept they learn in primary one. It's a concept, useful, not useful. So that's in the context of food, right? Healthy and unhealthy food.
Sorry, not useful. Healthy and unhealthy food. Yep. So here I can say a lot about this picture, but all the things we are doing during our math, science, and English lessons, and in order to engage the students in learning process and make them potential in the classroom, we have to create such kind of, as one of the colleagues said, searing activities. Yep. So we are always in action. For example, here. So here are a lot of actions. I forgot this name of this math activity. It's done with caps, and here we are doing board games in a math multiplication, for example. And here you can see the girl is having an assessment paper, and I always stick on the walls. For example, when we finish one unit, we are doing an assessment, quiz for unit 1, for example. So we don't do it by sitting on a table. I stick every question around the classroom and gave them such kind of assessment paper, and they go. And also I switch on a melody, a good melody. And so they go around the classroom by dancing and reading and just doing the test by ticking the right answers on their assessment paper. And in this, after that, I give them 5 minutes or 7 minutes, and after that, they can do it in a peer assessment or self-assessment, and we will check the results. Here you can see how my students are going around the classroom. And also, as I have said, songs helps very much to make them move. And here is one of the science lessons. Students are trying sour, sweet, for, I forgot, sour, sweet, salty, and one more, sour, sweet, salty. Spicy, yeah, spicy. So I got all the things by myself. For example, Korean salad, I took chips. For salty, lemon. For saucings, lemon. So whenever they try and they say the word, it will give them, how to say it, firstly feeling that this is sour, this is sweet, this is salty. And after that, after 2 or 3 lessons, I asked them one more time, and how to say, and they said this, they announced this word correctly. I mean, so they don't forget what they have learned. And practice makes perfect. As I have here, you can see that we are playing with cards, and we are doing this activity. By the way, just a sticker to the questions on the wall. This activity is called gallery walk. Gallery walk. This activities. Here we are working with math tools, and here you can see the fish. For example, in science lesson, we talked about animals. There was a topic about animals, and I took one animal, for example, fish, and I forced them to write few sentences. But it wasn't in our learning objectives, but I make them to write some sentences and to speak about it, because we practiced fins, yeah, we practiced fins, legs, we know parts of body, and I give them a little, how to say, a little phrases, started with little phrases. It has, it hasn't, it lives. So they started to write, fish lives in the ocean, in the pond, someone wrote, it has, it can, oh, sorry, it also, there is a word, it can swim, it has fins, it has no legs. So just 4 sentences, but for the first graders, I think it's a little bit challenging, but they did it. You can see from my posters. And here at the end, from the copybook, you can see that I asked students to draw some rough thing, some smooth thing, some hard thing, and some fast thing. And here you can see that the students can understand the theme very well, and they draw for fast car. And what I was surprised for rough, they draw a pineapple. But pineapple is not noticed in our textbook. So it just was the students' own idea to draw a pineapple. So I think it's a higher level thinking practice for them. Project time. So I like project time so much because, as I have said, I force them and I make them to speak about it a little bit. For example, here you can see the boy who's holding the plastic. It was from English lesson, by the way, not English, from science. Say no plastic. And I said, students, let's recycle the plastic in order to protect our environment. And we did such kind of things. And here on the board, we have a board in our on the back of our room. And whenever we do the project, I stick it on the wall. And during the break time, students look at them, or during the lesson time, I ask them, or for example, what can fish do, or something like that. For example, this is a night and day poster, you know. Even we pass at this topic, I can ask them, what can you see at night? And they can look back of the room and they say, we can say clouds, moon. So it's just a drilling and repeating all the time the previous tasks. And here you can see the boys and girls are going to speak about their projects. Plants are growing on land, plants are growing on other plants or in water. So here also I made them to speak few sentences about it and wrote some sentences. It grows on land, it has no flowers, it has fruit. So they have to see, has it got flowers, has it got fruits, has it got leaves or something like that. And here I give them task to day and night. It was a project for them, it's a homework project. I asked them to go home and at night to look at the sky and to draw what have you seen. So I gave them 2 days to do it. So here you can see the results. And after that, they started to speak about their observation. It's a kind of observation list. Oh, by the way, here is my fish. It is a fish, it is a small. I haven't noticed that it is a big or small, it's just for students wrote it by himself. It is colorful. Yeah, I said that you can write the color, it is red. I thought that they will write one color, but these students asked me, how do we say colorful in English? So I said colorful, so he wrote it. It lives in a pond, it can swim, or even we can notice some parts of the body. And this poster, I call it drilling posters. You know, whenever we in the phonics, there are some in the first level and the second level, there are some good phrases. What can we drill all the time, and we can use it in our communication. For example, here you can say, "Do you want to dance with me?" And I underline it. I highlighted the dance with the red one, and said to the students that you can ever change this word with other. For example, "Do you want to play with me?" For example. So, and before beginning of our lesson, we practice it. Someone said, "Do you want to play with me?" Someone said, "Do you want to drink with me?" So they used the practical words that they know from previous lessons, you know. And here you can say, "I spy with my little eye." I started my lesson whenever someone is doing not what I'm asking, and I say, "I spy with my little eye, Daulet," and students look at Daulet and said, "Daulet is playing." So they continue my phrase. It works very well. In one of our session, I have heard such kind of question that one of my colleagues asked how to implement vocabulary in science, for example. Yeah, here you can see for unit 1, useful and harmful animals for my second graders. You know, there is I have created my own vocabulary chat like this for unit 1, for unit 2, and all the time. For example, useful and harmful animals we use before beginning of the lesson, before beginning of the unit. We repeat all the words, and even we have passed this unit, even we are talking about second unit, we always repeat the unit 1 again. And you know, the result is like that. In my English lessons, in the second grade, there was a topic about zoo animals. And they started to speak about zoo animals. And one of the children said that tigers can attack people and they can hurt us and you will die. And it was a phrase that killed me. You know, they are using this vocabulary all the time. We are drilling, we are repeating all the time this vocabulary during the science lessons, and it helps them to create their own vocabulary, how to say, confidence in other subjects. So it helps very well. And this is what I have said before, the reading for my first graders. So I use "I'm strong," "I'm active," the simple phrases in order to make them speak. Or also, it takes less than 5 minutes to drill it before beginning of the lesson all the time. So, "May I drink water?" And just now my students never say, they can say, my first graders say, "May I go out? May I drink water? May I sharpen my pencil?" So we use all the vocabulary in English. We use all classroom management in English because of these short phrases. They know these phrases and they would like to use it in the real life. And also, I would like to notice you that to taking part in international impact like SEMCO helps us also, how to say, to motivate students. Yep. And there are some questions which makes us to think about. And after we have some questions, great questions that we can use in our daily life. So, for example, I'm taking by one question in every lesson. From science, one question in order to make them logically think. So it helps them to think logically, and all the time they are thinking and we are finding the ways how to solve the problem, and it's making overexcited for them. And here is our results. We have no gold. I have only brown. Okay, and also, you know, this is one of my good projects, great projects, I can say. I have created an Olympiad for first and fourth grade, among first and fourth grade students and call it youngsters. It was done only that year. It was done only in our school, but this year we are going to make it regional because there is no Olympiad for primary classes in English, and we have tried it in our school. And this year we are going on January. We are going to make it for regional, and I'm sure that all first and second grade students, because we are only leading the second, we have only the second level of Singapore teaching. So first and second grade students will take the places, because we were amazed at how can first grade, you can see in the pictures, there are the first grade students, and they are talking about the picture, speaking part. They're talking about the picture. He's eating banana, he's drinking, for example, simple words, but we were amazed that first grade students can understand even the picture. So I have noticed that Alexandra, one of my colleagues, said that they're giving students, parents, report like how their children's results. And here I would like to share with my variant of it. Family meeting. So once of the year, this is for my first graders, mainly in February, and they have a 1 week holiday. In February, they have 1 week holiday. So we will make a family meeting. And here you can see that the child came with his parents, and we will show 3 tasks from one task from phonics, from science, and from math. So it takes 30 minutes to get around the 3 tasks, but the parents can see the results of their child by themselves, and they give us feedback. And in this case, they can understand what Singapore program is all about. And so I think it's a good idea. And there were some parents who were crying, and they said, I'm wondering that my first first grade child can speak in English, even can understand what have you instructed. And it was a great motivation for us also, for teachers. And we would like to show the results to the parents, because it's our private school, so they always asking why. In this case, they said that I saw my child's ability, and also in a in a sheet of paper they will write, they will level their ability of their child, and they see the real ability of because they can see the teacher who is teaching. Teacher is only speaking in English, a teacher is giving an instruction in English and giving some kind of activities, doing some kind of activities. As they can see the digital tools of Singapore educational program, and they have no other questions. And they say, yeah, my child is available, how to say it now, has a good ability, or he has to be prepared more. And also at the end, I would like to share our achievements. I hope that everyone knows about Zirje contest. It's a project. We took the first place in project contest Zirje among city schools. These are my 2 Singapore second grade students who are teaching by Singapore educational who are studying by Singapore educational program. And this year, for the first time, Republic Contest Zirje included the English language for the first time, for the first and for the second grade students. And we won the Grand Prix in Project Contest Zirje among regional schools. So just now we are preparing for Republic Contest. I think drawing from my experience for over 15 years being a teacher of English, I have never had such kind of great achievements, Thanks for Marshall Cavendish. Thanks for Sanjar, to you for giving us such kind of opportunity to 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 fully show our ability and to see the results, of course. And at the end, I would like to say that the benefits of teaching all three subjects together, firstly, it's full control over vocabulary and language skills. And the second one is a better classroom management, because students can understand that I have one rule from science, I have the same rule from math and English too. And the third one, of course, you have better results. As you can see, I have great results from that. And also your children will be so thankful for you. And they always say, Miss Saltanat, we love you. Yeah, thanks for your attention. That was my experience.
Thank you, Saltanat, very much. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around all the way through. I know we are 1 hour over time. I'm so sorry. I'll just want to add that Saltanat is a very hard working person. I have visited the school a lot of times last year because it's in my hometown. Whenever I come to October, I visit the school and I visit the lessons. Unfortunately, due to audio quality, we couldn't hear the children very well, but I can say that they have some of the best results I have seen in primary one in Kazakhstan. So today we wanted to share with you some of the examples, some of the approaches, and hopefully deliver the idea that teaching three subjects together by the same teacher can be a very solid and good strategy to achieving better results in all directions, be it math, science, or English language. So these kinds of, you can see from the examples, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of handouts, a lot of preparation.